All right. Hello and welcome back to the Stack Cash AMA. This is number 7. So we've been doing this. This is our 7th week in a row. So we're going to keep that going. And today's June 10th, and we're just happy to have you with us again today. I got Vin on with me. What's going on, Vin?
What's going on, Mo? How's everybody doing out there? So we on lucky 7 today, right?
Lucky number 7, man. That's
All
it.
right.
That's it. As you guys know, I am Muddy Mo, part of the StatCash board, part of the team. We also have a committee, and all of you all that's just a part of it, you guys are DAO members. So when you hear everybody's home, everybody's family. So I hope everybody's doing well. How you feeling today, Vin?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. A little tired, but that comes with the territory
Yeah, man.
and the age.
But man, with Stat Cash, working on the background stuff, it gets kind of tiring, man. For me,
Oh
like, oh man, like
yeah. Yep.
I got an announcement for a new video all about Stat Cash that's coming out. But
Awesome.
it's worth it,
Yep.
especially today. We'll kind of talk about what's going on in the crypto space, the
Okay.
DeFi space,
Yep.
and essentially how Stack Cash is imperviant. I don't know if that's the right word, but but
It
Stack
works.
Cash, Stack Cash is essentially sectioned off. We're not in the same boat as being pegged to Bitcoin and so forth and so on.
Right.
So
Right.
while all of crypto, is kind of hurting, if Bitcoin and some other major altcoins go down,
Yep.
Stack Cash, the Stack token especially, in cash, how they're built is built to basically be a shield against that. So
Yep.
basically a home within a home. So
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Crypto's pretty much flatline right now, man. Yeah, I think Bitcoin's down like 2%. They're down to 25. I think.
yep. And Vin, and just staying aware of the news and what's going on right now. You know, the Gary Gensler and the whole, I know Binance and
Mhm.
Coinbase, getting sued and so forth
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
That affects all of us in crypto.
Yeah, of course, people get hesitant.
Exactly, exactly. But I
Yep.
mean, that's the main reason why StatCash, why we even came together as a group to create this, is so we won't have to deal with those kind of as much with those kind of issues.
Right.
You'll be able to make passive income every day, and who wouldn't want that, So
I'll take it.
right, very good. So just for some house cleaning, as always, guys, if you would come on in, ask questions. Also, if you catch this at a later date, feel free to leave comments and ask questions in the comments. We're getting more people. We'll have some information coming out today, some alpha coming out about our white paper. Also, we got another all about Stack Cash that'll be out later today. So we have a lot of different things that's coming up. And while everything's moving in crypto, Stack Cash is running at steady pace. So
Yep.
also, again, make sure you guys follow us on Telegram, Discord, and especially Twitter. If you want to stay aware of what's going on, you guys are still early, but pretty soon we can't say that. So,
Right.
right now is a really good time to get involved and ask questions.
Yep.
Um, Also, last but not least, we got the All About Stack Cash that'll be coming out today, and I'll discuss that in just a moment. That covers the sweepstakes contract. Y'all know that's my favorite. And we also got another one that's a lot of people's favorites, the CBC contract that'll be coming out in that video.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, we're a lot different than other projects in the space. One thing about us is that we have all of our white paper information coming out through video format. So you'll be able to go directly to this video, share the video, so forth and so on, and see exactly how the inner workings of the project works. Vin, have you ever seen a project that tells you about the inner workings of it to this extent?
Never have never. I don't think I've ever seen a video. Format on a white paper. I mean, you get influencers that they'll promote a project and talk about it and everything, but never have I seen anything like described in so much in depth, like about the tokenomics and the mechanics of this project. So, absolutely not.
Yeah, man. And that's good to hear because I mean, we're a first mover for that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But our slogan, our slogan is for DeFi users, by DeFi users.
yep,
So
correct.
trying to offer, more to the people. So
Absolutely. It's so much easier. We said it last week and the week before, over and over, just being able to read and listen at the same time, and it just you comprehend it so much better, and you can just replay it. So like you don't like to read or something, or if you're driving, just pop on the phone, YouTube, play it through the radio or something, just
yep.
keep embedding it. And I find it a lot easier to watch something and visualize it and listen, personally.
Yeah, yeah. And then you make a very good point. A lot of people want, like, we got some truck drivers, we got people
Yep.
that's stuck in traffic,
Right. Yep.
these AMAs are, we want to make them easy to listen to. So
Yeah.
you got an hour ride, you're going to check on some property, you can go
Yep.
ahead and throw on the AMA. Listen to me and me.
There you go.
But also, in that as well, we kind of have, different lengths of materials, because we have the AMAs, which are about an hour long.
Yep.
Then we also have our all about stack caches, which is about 10 to 15 minutes. And then we have, literally we're gonna have shorter videos coming out for, the shorter attention spans. Got 2-3 minutes. Great.
Yep.
You guys learn something about stack cache. So.
Right. Right. Yeah, I can't wait to start hopping on and doing them again. It's just I've been so crazy busy and whatnot. So, but yeah, just get online, do a quick short, describe something real quick. Even those help, because sometimes people don't have a lot of time to kind of listen in and to for an hour or 30 minutes or so. So a little quick video or something describing one aspect of the project, those help too.
Exactly, Vin. So we're gonna have it all, man. And to that point, I know you said, Vin, y'all go follow Vin on YouTube. Go check him out, man. He does great shorts. Myself, Muddy Mo, I'm also gonna be, I was doing a daily show, and I'll get back to that very, very soon. So
That's awesome.
we're gonna have some promotion going out, because it gets really quiet before the storm. And
Yeah.
we're right here at that point. And it's gonna take off. And you're gonna have a lot of stuff coming back to back. So y'all get y'all seatbelts on and get prepared for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Ricky O said, listening in. The best bid for me is Cashbox. Ooh, little fish.
Nice.
We're gonna talk about that, man. Yeah, ever
Oh,
increasing principal while taking profit.
yeah. Yep.
Exactly. And shout out to the board member, Ricky O, aka Little Fish.
Yep.
That's a great point. You know, Cashbox is the basis of what Stack Cash is on the cash side, especially.
Yep.
Now, the heartbeat is the stack token that does all the hard heavy lifting. It's the backbone, basically. But everything else, all the vital organs come through Cashbox.
Yep.
And I think, Vin, you said it on one of our AMAs. One of the great points about Cashbox is that Cashbox allows you to enter every other portion of the project,
Right.
especially, CBC.
Yep.
Also, you can't get into Sweepstack without Cashbox.
That's
and
awesome.
yep. And one key thing that we've added, shout out to the board for this vote and the committee. We voted on this, vote on everything. But another key point was, you can now buy stack through Cashbox. So
Yeah.
Cashbox literally is kind of the linchpin, again, the vital organs of how the stack cash ecosystem works.
Yep.
And I know a lot of, before we get into more specifics, I know a lot of people in this space are used to certificate of deposit projects. And Cashbox is the closest thing we have to a CD, which is basically a bonding contract. It's the closest thing we have to it. However, ours is a little bit different, as we've made it sustainable, and we've also made it to whereas it's really functional, for not just the users and to make more gains. That's why we're here, right?
Yep.
But also to the protocol. It feeds the stack liquidity, cash liquidity, the super pool, which we'll talk about today, the mega cat. It feeds so many different portions of our project. So great,
Right.
great point, Little Fish. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
Yeah.
Little
Another
Fish,
thing, go out and check out Little Fish, man. He makes some great Medium articles on them, Stack Cash too. So shout out to him for that.
Van, that's a great point. Thank you for saying that. Definitely, just to kind of follow that.
Yep.
Little Fish does a phenomenal job. It's a quick, easy read. Go check him out, his Medium articles. He's done a great, great job of talking about Stack Cash. And especially a lot of people don't want to hear Muddy's voice all the time. I mean, that's okay. If you want a quick read or you want something to share, and I'll talk about the white paper in just a moment. The Medium, to Vin's point, The Medium by Little Fish, a board member, is really, really good. It's a quick and easy read. Good
Yep.
point, man.
Yep.
All right, so let me get this going here.
Other thing too, you were just talking about with the cash box, being able to buy stacks. So cash box being a utility in itself, and there's utilities built off the cash box as well. So everything you can do coming out of cash box is also utilities, and people ask what the utilities are. So buy stack, go to CBC. It's a utility within a utility. So that's another great thing.
Vin, another great point. You on fire, Vin. That's another great point.
Yep.
Exactly. Utility within a utility. We have everything kind of built into this project. So, the utilities, like Vin's point, Cashbox is the utility within the utility. It does multiple things and leads to other ways that you can earn and diversify your portfolio.
Right. I
Um,
mean, you're not just coming in and you're not just going to hit compound or hit claim or whatever. You have more options. So that's
oh
another great.
yeah. Yep. Come stay a while.
Yeah. Yep.
It's multiple things. Um, and a lot of times, especially with the markets kind of being down right now, a lot of
Mhm.
times, especially in DeFi, we get so accustomed to coming just looking at the token price,
Mhm.
compounding, withdrawing, and leaving, right?
Yep.
And it gets, I'm gonna be honest, it gets monotonous and it gets boring. So so we've added some I'll say a little seasoning, a little spice to what
Yep.
we have here, to make you guys understand that hey, we're DeFi users. This is created for DeFi users. So come
Yep.
have some fun with us.
Absolutely.
All right. So this is the link tree. A lot of people have been asking, hey, where do I go to find you guys? And we'll talk about the website in a moment, but obviously the link tree, which is in the description of this video, but we also have it available everywhere you go. So if you go to Telegram, Twitter, Discord, it's all there. The link tree is the best place to go. This isn't going anywhere, even when the website is probably going to be the primary place where people want to go to get information.
Mhm.
But other than that, if you want resources that's compiled in a neat fashion, come on to the link tree. As you see here, we got all about stack caches. So again, our white paper is broken down into video form, just like chapters in a book. So you can come and kind of see what you want to learn about, and then come look at it here. Also, we got some of our AMAs that we're posting up here as well. So
Good
some people
stuff.
might want to go back and catch some things that we've talked about, or just kind of see where we've come from. This is where you can come. The link tree has all that information there. And last but not least, we got the Medium articles at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff. We
And
get
also,
some TikTok going too there, Mo. I think we get some TikToks going.
then that's a good idea.
You know, good stuff
TikToks are
there.
very informational. That's a very good idea.
Yep.
Um, so at the very top here, speaking of social medias, we have our social medias, like I've always said at the very top. We have Twitter, Discord, Telegram, YouTube, and if you want to email us, go ahead and feel free to email us. I
Mhm.
will say, a lot of people, I'm getting more questions in the background. Some people say, "Hey, where's the white paper? Can I get the white paper?" So for some house cleaning, we have All About Stack Cash Part 6 that's coming out today that covers sweep stack and CBCs, cash blue chips. So after that, we'll be actually releasing, it'll be our third version of the white paper that we'll release, and we'll have that right here in the Stack Cash information. But for now, we have our light paper V2 right here, and we're actually going to have a V3 of the light paper as well. So
Good
here's some
stuff.
house cleaning information.
Yep.
All right. As we move along, this is the Twitter. Shout out to Tina, one of our board members. She's the heart and soul of our Twitter, and I know she's resting up right now. So I hope her speedy recovery.
Yep.
But if you want to contact the team, we want to know what's going on. Come on to the Twitter. We have some, like Donatello's another board member that does a great job. And we retweet, and we even follow, those who are board members, committee members, and DAO members. We'll follow you. So come on to our Twitter and kind of learn more about the project. And also, like last time, I kind of introduced this, but I just want to talk briefly about it. So our website is literally, it's upon us. So Remember I said the quiet before the storm? Well, it's quiet right now because the storm is here. Um,
Yep.
so you have an opportunity to be a part of us, long term and short term. But obviously in DeFi, you guys know it's easier to be in early. You don't have to sit and wait on somebody else to pump a price with
Right.
stack cash. Just come on, jump in. The water's fine.
Yep.
As I said before, and I'm not sure why my picture's not coming up here, but as I said before, we have different entities that are first. So I stress this and I can't stress it enough. The board entities are a limited time. The H board entity early adopters, we're gonna open it up even more. It's a limited time. You'll
Yep.
always be able to buy stack tokens. Trust me, it'll be available to you. You'll always be able to buy cash tokens. However, one thing you will not be able to do is get the ownership that you can get right now. Right now is the early adopters seed phase. So you can come on in and get your NTTs and basically be a part of history. Like you'll get ownership in one of the most sustainable layer twos that's going to be out. So
Yep.
please feel free to come and check us out. We'll be promoting the website pretty soon. But being an H board NTT holder and a board NTT holder, it's ownership. You can own Apple, Amazon, all that. That's what
Yep.
this is for DeFi. So
Absolutely. It's good to have. Earn that extra cash. Definitely.
exactly, Vin. And then one thing, let me just to kind of explain NTTs really, clearly so people can understand. So, oh, what is that? I don't need that. People always consider it like an NFT or, oh,
Yep.
this is what I need for this and that. Let me keep it simple. What these entities are connected to are our protocol owned treasuries. So the project is basically boosted up through our protocol treasuries, which feeds everything. It helps first off their whales. It's a built-in whale. Here we have the committee entity that's always going to be the third largest protocol owned treasury. That gives you rewards. It gives you stack tokens and it gives you cash tokens. So
Yep.
you want some additional tokens, you don't have to just wait to buy the token and hope the price goes up and go whatever. You can just get an NTT. Right now, again, is the time to really, really jump in and become an owner in something before everybody else figures out what's going on. So
Yep. And I think, don't we have like a chart out there describing like the possibilities of what the NTTs could earn you? I think there's something out there on the maybe on the Twitter too.
you know what, Vin? We do have a chart of how much because a lot of people say how much can I make,
Right.
and is what's the value? Good point, Vin. So when you get a committee entity or board entity, they're in perpetuity, so they're connected to your wallet forever. So as the project is around, you'll always be getting ownership stake in it.
Yep.
But yes, so it's a lot of people want to say, hey, how much am I actually making so I can do my calculations, and we understand that. So we have it's a general chart of what were to happen if you were to get a board entity or a committee entity, so you can kind of see what's going on and
Yep.
understand like, hey, I'm getting this much extra value and I don't have to do much. Um, a lot of us at DeFi for a good reason is they say lazy people find easier way to do things. Well, we lazy. We want to get passive income. so so we right. So
That's
we
right.
figured, yeah. So we figured out ways to get you more passive income. All you have to do is participate.
That's it. That's key. Participation, interaction with the protocol. The more you put in, the more you get.
Exactly. So that's that. And also our entities, they do multiple things, but one thing that they do other than earn with the community of the board entity, you have an entity that's free that you guys can get. And everybody can get a team leader entity.
Yep.
All you have to do is get 10 family friends, colleagues, whomever, to join under you, and you'll basically get a team leader entity and have your own team treasury. Um, Again, that's just an effort thing. If that's what you want to do, that's another option. Some people want to join a good team. I know my team is going to be rocking and rolling.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so it's just a lot of options here, guys.
Yeah, and 10 people, that's not a lot. That's quite easy. I mean, I see people with lots of teams, and and we can follow that up too with the airdrop system that we got. The automatic airdrop system. But 10 people, easy peasy. And you get yourself a team NTT. That's great.
Definitely, man. And even kind of connected with that, it's meant to be easy, and it's meant to you're not going to be under somebody else. This is not a multi-layer marketing. This is single layer. So once your team is built, you break off and you have your team with your
Yep.
team treasury, and you have you and your team partners, it's equal buy-in. Like team leaders have to pull their weight. They don't just get all these extra gains.
All right.
So that's something that's phenomenal about what we have here. A lot of projects in DeFi, and we could talk about it, but a lot of projects has, oh well, the team leader gets 10% every time I deposit it, and
Yep.
it's stuck with the team leader.
Right.
No, 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 no. we're nothing like that.
Nope.
You can change teams if you don't like what your team leader's doing. And also team leaders have to participate in order to get any additional gains. So
Mhm.
there is benefits to being a team leader and to promoting Stack Cash. However, it's not just a sit and not do nothing forever and I make more off of you guys. That's not what this is. So
Correct. Yep.
so we have our light paper here, and we're gonna get a more updated light paper out to you guys soon. V3, I think. But yeah, if you guys have, this is really quick and easy just to kind of know about, hey, what's the project? How does it kind of work in a quick synopsis? So I think the light paper is very easy to share. It's just all of our base information, got stack, code token, cash token, our NTTs. And then we also have, how you get rewards in with using the stack token and the cash token.
Yep.
And I don't talk about that often, but that is, in a nutshell, is very clear on how you can earn rewards here in the project. It is a learning curve, which we understand. Like everybody not gonna know everything about the project. We get it.
Yep.
But however, it's not simple, but it's easy. Ooh, I like
That's,
that. It's not simple, but it's easy to use. So
yeah, I like
how you
it.
like that, man?
I like that. I like it. It's not
Yeah.
simple, but it's easy.
Yeah, we've seen in the space simple gets rugged sometimes. Simple goes
Boom
away.
blast.
Simple gets boring.
Yep.
Simple is waiting on a price, and when it doesn't happen, you follow the leader, kind of.
Right.
So simple hasn't worked as well.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of thought into this. Even a lot of devs that we've dealt with, and one thing that's great about how we kind of maneuver is we have um we're like a melting pot of talent, right? We have
Yep.
multiple types of influencers. We have multiple devs that we work with, multiple just regular team members. Some of our board members and committee members, they aren't influencers, they're just regular people.
Yep.
So we have a lot of different personality types and people involved in this project, and I think that's what makes us stronger. So
Absolutely.
real quick, I know I've been running my mouth, guys. Sorry about that. So we got a new roadmap that's coming out to you guys. We'll get that updated. We have moved some things around to make sure that it kind of fits us a little bit better. And now we're moving into Q3 2023, which is okay. Again, we measure 3 times and cut once.
Yep.
We're not changing the way the project works midstream or anything like that. We're figuring it out up front, and we want you guys' help when we have we'll have hackathons, and we'll also have bug bounties for you to help us make the DApp as clean as possible when it comes. So we'll
Yep.
keep you guys involved and abreast of what's going on with our new roadmap, and we'll get that published probably on our Twitter and on our Telegram and Discord. So
Yeah, absolutely. And you get to learn the system a little bit while we're doing that too. So you know what I mean? Kind of helps out.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly, Vin. All right, real quick, Vin. So I just kind of wanted to look at the markets today, and kind of
Cool.
talk about where we are in comparison to the markets.
Yep.
Um, as you guys know, I've said this multiple times. We're regular DeFi users, just like you. Um, so we understand that that's why we have CBC for things like you want some Bitcoin, you want some Ethereum.
Yep.
But what do you think about what's been going on with the markets, Vin?
And I've been busy and all, and still, but I check in on it, every day at like 5 or 10 minutes of it and whatnot. And you know what? It's just stagnant, bro. It's just like nothing changed. There's it's still very just dismal out there, if you ask me. It's like I haven't really. I like to maybe buy a little bit of Bitcoin when it kind of dips. I'll take a little bit here and there and whatnot. But
Mhm.
um, I'm just there's no excitement right now, man, in the market. I don't see anything like at all. All you hear about like everything right now is like AI, like, and you know,
Mhm.
but
And
yeah,
you and you know what's funny about that, Vin? Our contract being immutable is AI.
yeah,
It's artificial intelligence. That's exactly what it is.
pretty much,
So we can put the AI stack cash if y'all want, but the smart contract is
yeah,
AI. It's artificial intelligence.
yep,
It's not
yep,
a person sitting down with a pencil and paper figuring out how much you make today. The
yep,
contract is built to essentially, in an organized fashion, pay rewards and sustain
yeah.
itself. So
Right, right.
right
I
about that.
mean,
Yep.
yeah, I just don't see. It's just flat, man. It's like there ain't no excitement, and then you got these people with these meme coins, like Sheep, Doge. Like, man, what you doing? Like, really? No good. No good.
And then you know what? And this is again like DeFi, we're lazy. We want to make passive income. In Shiba and in Dogecoin, these are meme coins that, I'm glad you said that because they don't do anything. If you get the stack token, you'll get more stack for just holding it in your wallet. And that's something that's people don't realize it's a reflect token. You know, Not only is it less and less in circulation, we also have a situation where you're going to be gaining more of that token just for holding it in your wallet. So there's no time locking. You don't need to stake it per se. Just hold it in your wallet. If you just want to do that, no big deal. And also with the cash token, we got so many different smart contracts that could be used. Our cash token is way more, we talked utilities earlier, it's way more revenue streams and utilities than a Dogecoin or a Shiba. So I think it just takes the world to kind of understand that, in everything, the world is still kind of catching up to where we are. But you guys are special because you're in the DeFi space and you guys understand that it's more to tokens than just buying and selling them. These tokens can work for you. So that's what we do here. It works. We make it work for you. Oh, sorry, Vin. Let me get Vin back up. There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
my bad. I
No, you
dropped out.
good. You good. I was just running my mouth. Um, so real quick, we're looking at just the general markets and the top tokens in crypto. So, I mean, you were talking about meme coins. One
Yeah,
day we would love to see Stack and Cash have an opportunity to be in the top 50 tokens,
right,
because as far as use case, if you look at most of these tokens, the Stack and the Cash token have more intrinsic value to it. Even
right,
if you look at a stable like BUSD or DAI, the Cash token, which is 1-to-1 with USD, the same as them, you can do a lot with it, and that's
right.
something that's really important.
Yep,
And another thing is Stack Cash, we're built to be all encompassing. And what I mean by that is we have a lot of people that's in the Western world. We also have people in the Eastern world as well. So it doesn't matter what country you're from. This
yep.
is a worldwide project. So if you're in Asia,
Uh,
if you're in Europe, if you're in North America, wherever, Antarctica, um,
on the
this is
moon. You want to
right
be on the
on the
moon?
moon, different galaxies, wherever you are.
Uh,
Stack Cash is available to you,
mm,
and we'll make sure that, especially if we have other languages, we'll evolve to the point where we'll get other languages in our chats and so forth and so on.
right.
But yeah, so just guys know that there's no ceilings to what we have here. And especially if looking at these markets, right now is I'll talk about in America. The SEC chairman Gary Gensler just basically sued BNB, Binance, and I think we need to talk about that for a second. And
Yep,
also, they sued many other Cardano, and you see Binance is down 23%, BNB is down 23%, and
yep.
Cardano is down 33% on the day or in the last 7 days. Um, One thing that's great about Stack Cash is because people were worried about regulations and other things, and that's understandable. And also, we're starting out with the Binance Smart Chain, so that's the BNB price kind of going
Mm,
down. It concerns people.
Yep.
Well, the stack token, especially the stack token, is impervious to these kind of issues. You know, obviously market sentiment means a lot, but the way our protocol works, we have different treasuries that's built to create volume and continuously take more and more stack out of circulation. It's deflationary.
Right. That's
So
important.
that's important,
Yep.
because especially we're going to be onboarding so many new people who look at this stuff and this looks like, pig Latin. They have no clue what they're looking at. They're like, I just want to make some money. I don't know. So with the stack token, remember, it's not simple, but it's easy. It's going to be easy to use and easy
Yep.
to understand how you're making gains. And you don't have to worry about, you know, if all the top markets or all the top tokens in the markets are failing, if stack or cash would be failing.
Right.
We're kind of pegged to ourselves. So
Absolutely. Yep.
um, now, if some people, this is just being honest, some people are a little concerned about Binance Smart Chain, especially with what's going on with Binance being sued
Yep.
by the SEC. So one thing that's great about the Stack Cash protocol, first off, you know, everything comes to a vote. So we vote on stuff. And Vin, I know you got to get out here in a second. But yeah, with everything we vote on. So
Yep.
the Binance Smart Chain is where we're starting. It's where we're actually getting our fundraising and we're getting things going as for early adopters. However, those wallets can be used on multiple different blockchains. So,
Right.
so
Yep.
there's no limit to what blockchains that we can use. We're not limited to just BNB or BSC. So, just to let you guys know,
Right.
some people love Ethereum, some people love Arbitrum. Some
Yep.
people love optimism, whatever you like.
Yeah.
We have the option of taking our smart contracts to be on those different chains. So I just wanted to kind of say that because a lot of people, get caught in, well, if they're failing, you're gonna fail. And that's not the case at all,
Right.
especially with our things like our cash blue chips. What it does, it essentially allows you to save, so while the market's going down, you don't want to sell it, you can save it. And
Yeah.
when it comes back up, you'll have it available, and that
That's
principal is
it.
available. Yep.
Just leave it in that CBC and let it simmer. You know.
Let it simmer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Let it simmer. Ooh, it made me want to put something on the grill, man. Yeah, let it simmer.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Um,
man.
no, I like that too. Like discussions about other chains and that's why it's important not to be totally immutable either. So we can expand or build upon and do what we got to do to keep this project moving in the right direction and take care of the community. So I love those talks.
That's a great point, Van.
Yep.
We could have everything set in stone. And I
Right.
don't want to bring up too many names, but we know other tokens right now that's kind of been set in stone and
Hmm.
they have a huge following.
Right.
Um, and they've had a lot of basically, let's just be honest, they've had a lot of big dumps recently, and
Hmm.
it's kind of just ruined the feelings of a lot of their people that's behind them.
Right.
So that's something that's we want to be adaptable. We want to be upgradable. We don't want this, just to be one way. And in 2 years, if something new comes out, we can't upgrade to it.
Right.
Great point about that, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now we do. Let me say this because we were talking AI and we were saying how smart contracts is actually AI into itself.
Yep.
We also do have parts of our project that's immutable, like our
Right.
basically our savings, which is cachet.
Yep.
That's something that stays the same because you need something that's going to be the same no matter what, and that's kind of one of our constants.
Yep.
Also, essentially, what's in a way immutable is the reflections and how that works.
Right.
Once we hit that button and once we start moving those bike pedals, those feet don't stop.
Right. That's right.
Oh, then this is just a side story. I know people who it's like these bikes that they have like 10 people on them and you just keep pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. And it's
Yep.
like people like hang out and
Yep.
oh, those things, if you've ever done them, those things get you worn out. It's not as fun as you like.
Really. Never
it's
been on one.
it's a workout. It's not just hanging out. Like it's really a work. You can't just kind of chill.
Yeah.
Um so what we have here is we're gonna get the pedaling, right?
Yep.
But it's almost like getting the pedaling to go from a bicycle to a motorcycle. It's this thing
Right.
is a motor.
There you go.
These treasuries that you have, this thing, you don't have to worry about it. It's a motor. And
Yep.
as you participate, it just feeds, it's like giving it gas,
Yeah.
just letting that thing go.
Yep. That's funny too, because I just did some upgrades to the truck, and I wanted a little more performance. So kind of same difference, right?
I love it. Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to be able to add something on. Now my racers got, my street racers got the nitrous and all that other stuff for the cars.
Yep.
Basically, and I'm this brings me to another point. We have more contracts that we can add into this. The base
Right.
of it is the stack and the cash.
Right.
But like Vin says, I want to do some casino kind of stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
add that on, right? So it's adding the nitrous into this contract and just continuously to catapult it.
That's right.
I saw another project type that I'm like, that could be really cool. And some people always say like, hey, I wish if I made a contract, it would be like this. If I made a contract, it would be like this.
Yep.
Well, that's what Stack Cash is built to be. It's not just what we created it to be, and that's it.
Right.
It's your ideas. It's the community coming together and adding, all of you guys' fresh ideas and what you think will work into the fold.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited for what we're gonna build upon, man. I can't wait, And you know what? Like having an NTT is almost like having that nitrous can right there, So that's what I kind of think about having that in this project.
Man, I like that. That's a great point. Listen, that's exactly what it is. You can come and buy some tokens. You can, I'm waiting. You can do that. Cool. No problem. You'll be welcome to. But like Vin said, if you want that nitrous, the NTTs is permanent to your wallet. Take care of what's going to take care of you.
That's it.
This thing, I'm just showing here, we have reflections and rebalances that happens for each of these treasuries, which if you have the NTT that's connected to it, you'll be able to get stack tokens and entries into Cashbox directly for you. Just phenomenal. Good point, Vin. Also, on the side, people say, hey, I don't want to spend, but I'll work for you guys. I get it. Some people are, we'll work for food. No big deal. If you're willing to work and get more people involved, like I said before, that team entity, just get 10 people underneath you and you'll get some extra gains and you have to participate.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is how you can add that nitrous into to what you got going on to your car. So good point, Vin.
You get those dual nitrous cans, right there. You get that board NTT, that team NTT. Oh.
What? You coming with the I like that, Vin. Great
Vin Diesel in it. We'll be Vin Dieseling out there.
Right. Oh my goodness. Vin has a great point. If you get a committee NTT, if you get a H board or a board NTT, you don't just have to stop there. You can also qualify for a team leader NTT because the team leader NTT is triggered. It's not off of dollar amount. It's just triggered. So once you hit 10 people, boom, you have your own treasury. So that's even more to Vin's point. You got that dual nitrous. Ooh, I like that.
What? And then you win the sweepstakes. Individual, team.
Here we go, Vin.
Man.
Vin, you on fire. Hold on, wait a minute. Exactly. Great point, Vin.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going through, but again, all about Stack Cash version 6 to be out today. And you guys, if you want to know purely exactly what's going on with Sweepstack and also the CBC, which a lot of people I'm hearing are very interested in CBC, because it allows us to basically work with others, like play well with others. So we can bring in other projects and blue chip tokens, whatever you guys like, it can be in there. So
yep.
But let me go to Sweepstack real quick. So to Vin's point, the Sweepstack is you can earn daily, and it doesn't have, as long as you deposit into Cashbox and buy some stack every day, you can deposit daily. And what's even crazier is Cashbox can get you to, if you put enough in Cashbox, you can qualify for Sweepstack just by using Cashbox. Let me give you an example. So first off, if you can only compound up to 50%, right? Or unbox up to 50%. So if you want to compound, you can compound in cash box. And if you have 10 10 cash tokens, that'll automatically qualify you for the individual sweepstakes. So you're in no matter
Yep.
what right there.
There you go.
Then just say you took the other half and say, you know what? I know why stack is important. I get it. Stack is going to go up in value quickly. Then
Hmm.
you can withdraw from directly from Cashbox into Stack tokens and have Stack, which you'll be getting reflections on. But you'll also then qualify yourself and your team for the team version of Sweep Stack for direct blue chip tokens. In this case, on Binance Smart Chain is BNB. If you went to Arbitrum, this Sweep Stack will pay you out in ARB tokens. Does
Yep.
that make sense, guys?
Oh
Like
man.
this thing is next level. We
Yeah.
got Cache, it's just like a checking account.
Hmm.
But great point, man. I love that. You come in with the good points, man. I know you, and if you got to go, just you can pull out, man.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
about to head out in about 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, think about it. Every day you earn reflections and stack. Okay. Uh, you're gaining cash. All right.
mm,
You're gaining some BTC if you're in the CBC. All right. And you get to play in the sweep stack. So
mm.
you can get stack coin, cash coin, BNB, and BTC. What?
I
Oh,
don't know anybody that does that. You know, like,
what?
and I'll be honest. A lot of times in relationships, I'm just talking for a second. A lot of times in relationships, you know, women and men for some situations, you know, we all it's kind of like they're gonna want you when when you don't basically want them. So basically, all I'm trying to say is sometimes that you could be in something like a sweepstak and you could be making these gains, and
Hmm.
people are gonna say like, "Hey, what's going on here?" They're gonna see that you're making B and B every day. They're gonna see that you're making gains in all these other areas, and they're gonna want to be a part of it. So
Yep.
again, what we have here is all feeding into itself, and it basically is going to create a situation where people are going to want this. Like they're going to want what you're getting out of this contract.
Yep.
And it's just so many ways to win. To Vin's point,
Yeah, that's awesome. There's so much to do here, man. It's not boring. It's not boring.
exactly, and that's one thing. It is you can't blame us for being boring
Nope. Nope. Nope.
at all. And this is
And
just the thing. Go ahead, Vin.
I was gonna say, and it's just not like only one person wins a sweepstake. We're allowing multiple people to win.
Yeah, it's
Who does
listen.
that? Who does that?
Miscellaneous, you can have a chance to win every day. 5 winners a day. You can be a
Yep.
max deposit and guarantee you'll win. No
Hmm.
problem. Not only just that, to Vin's point, we got team stuff too. Teams, teams. If your team is involved and you got a couple, few good men with you, you guys
Right.
can earn direct BNB every day if you want. Like this
Yeah.
is, there's so many ways to earn here. And I don't even want to get started on CBC. We
Yeah.
got a video that's coming out today, but CBC is, one thing I do want to say is it's not just one CBC pool. Some people say, "Oh, is it one?" We'll have blue chips like BTC, Ethereum,
Right.
whatever you guys want, but
Right.
it's also other DeFi tokens. But there's also multiple different CBCs that you'll be able to enter. Right. So after you
Yep.
come through Cashbox, you could enter the BTC CBC pool one week. Next week, say, hey, I got some BTC stored up. It's growing. I gotta wait 30 days anyway. I'll let that hang out. Let me go into the ETH CBC.
Right.
You can grow your other bags, and also going back to the kind of the relationships things. Growing your other bag, like look, we're not jealous. We get it. We want you to buy a stack token. We get it.
Yep.
We want
Yep.
you to have cash. We understand all that. We're not selfish to the point where we say, "Oh, we can only have our tokens. If you don't believe in us, then da da da
Right.
da."
Right.
No, 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 no. We get it. You're gonna want BTC and ETH. And
Mhm.
shout out to Doc, one of the board members. He's Doc is a big fan of mutual funds.
Yep.
CBC is essentially a mutual fund.
Right.
You enter CBC, you let it sit, and they let it grow, get more APR, and you get direct whatever that token is into your wallet, and you can have multiple different CBCs.
Almost like a
So
pension, like a 401k, right? You just let that grow in there, man. You know.
exactly, Vin, exactly.
Ooh,
You know what this is we're of the healthy alternative in the DeFi world to banking, and that's
mhm.
something that's really rare, and you're not going to be able to find that.
Right.
All right,
Yep.
so let me check the chat. I know Vin, you got to go, man. I appreciate you coming on today. Look at John.
Yeah.
No, what's going on? John, another board member. Say what's up, Muddy and Vin. Only able to hop in and listen today. All right, John. We looking
John
for you when
O.
you can, man. Come back. We need John on the AMA. He did a phenomenal job. I think he was with us a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I know you're busy, man. Happy to hear from you though.
Good stuff.
And John
We
also
got a
said
great
not being
team,
able.
man. We got a great team. You know, it's like everybody in here works so hard. Everybody in here, like, great attitudes. We all want this thing to just be phenomenal. So I love this team.
Exactly. And we get it. Like life is first.
Yeah.
Things come up. We don't ask, too much of you guys. Just come on and hang out, and we appreciate that. Like, it's not asking a lot of bandwidth from you.
Right.
It's just the collection of us as a whole. When people get a chance to come in, they come in and they contribute. And that's to Vin's
Yep.
point. We got an awesome team. And it's a really, really strong nucleus. And
Right.
also it's going to grow with more of you guys joining the team and understanding what this project has to offer, and not
Right.
just what it has to offer, is how we can grow from it.
Yep.
John said not being able to use USD fiat on Binance Bytes. Yeah, John. That's a great point. Um, right now, in what's going on, people want to use USD fiat on Binance. And Binance US having those issues, we don't
Mm,
want to let that spill into what we have going on with the Binance Smart Chain.
right.
So those things kind of suck in the general market, but this is what Stack Cash is really kind of coming to fix and kind of to help. So good point, John. All right, guys. So we'll leave it here today. We thank you guys for joining us. This is the 7th Stack Cash AMA. We appreciate Ricky O and John O, board members, tuning in. Please tell family and friends to come join us. Also, if you have questions, even if some people want to talk about the project, we'll bring you up live. Just interact. The main thing with Stack Cash is participate. Man, I know you got to go. You have anything else?
Nah, man, I'm just excited. I'm glad we're moving forward. I can't wait for this website to get done, and I'm looking forward to the next AMA. And please come check us out in the Telegram every Wednesday for the a VC that we hold, and we'll answer any questions you have. Just come in and talk to us. Let's just hang out, have some fun, and that's about it. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and let's keep pushing forward.
Let's do it. All right.
Yeah,
And also check out the video that's coming out today, all about Stack Cash, part 6. All right, guys. Hit that like. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.
take care.